Hello everyone, welcome to Miho's craft room. How are you? Today I'm going to stitch this European town. This is from Painting Fairy cross stitch. I'm stitching this part, yes, and last time I did up to this line, and today I added some more on here. I think it is about near to 1,000 stitches. And for today's video, I am going to add more here on the bridge part. Yes, this is the bridge part here. Okay, I like this bushes part. Looks pretty, I think. And before I start stitching, I want to talk about the backstitch color. So I once mentioned last time, so I was wondering about the backstitch color of Painting Fairy cross stitches color chart, and I actually stitched this part backstitch but not following this color. I'll tell you about this color. So according to this color chart, I had to stitch this black line, which is this kind of part on the roof, and this kind of everything on the black line. I have to stitch this with 563 color, which is this light green 563, this one, and for this red line that goes on the window frame and the outline of this white fence, everything with red line should be stitched with this 973 yellow color. It is this one, 973, this one. And others are not so bad, I think. But one thing, this blue line, you can see the dog's tail. They say this one should be stitched with 666 red color. Do you agree with this red tail of this dog? I don't. Look at this black line. This man and dog also have to be stitched with the green color. I think it's not visible if I stitch this outline with green color. Look at this. So I didn't follow the color chart, and I stitched it with those from the Mona Lisa's pattern. So I have 11 count Mona Lisa's European town also, and they say this part is 3371. This color is 3371, dark brown, and this kind of part is 3865. So I followed this color chart, and I think it's okay. So I can just stitch the colors as I want, but since I made unboxing video and there may be some people who purchased after watching my videos, I thought I should explain about this backstitch. So I sent an email asking about rechecking these kind of backstitches themselves. So they replied, but very simple. They sent some of their clear photos like these kind of photos, and they said it is their original. Can you see well? So this picture is the kind of mock-up picture. So on their picture, sorry for the glares, it glares everywhere. Which one can I show? This one. So they say this is the same as original. So I don't know what the original means in this case. Maybe there is the original pattern of this one, but look at this. The backstitch of this mock-up picture, it says it's this kind of color, and this part is yellow, and look at this part, all the green colors in this part too. So I don't know what is right. Because I haven't seen the original pattern. So if there is anyone who has the original kit, please let me know if the original looks like this. Okay. Let's see. And for this kind of part here, I stitched this with light brown, following this chart. They say it is red color. This light brown should be red in this color chart. So this blue line of Painting Fairies paper pattern is this 666 red. So this brown color should be red color. I don't know. So I think this one is sold to many people, and I can't say which is right or wrong. But I'm sorry to make you confused. You can just stitch with this color of Painting Fairies color chart, or you can change the backstitch colors as you want. Okay. As I proceed this way, I'm going to stitch the backstitch and this cross stitch together. So every time I stitch the cross stitch, I'll tell you the thread color I'm using. Okay, if you like this person, you can stitch with that color. So this line is 3371 and this white part is 3865 and this brown color is 436 brown color. Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to stitch a little bit on here. Just a second. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm making unnecessary trouble by mentioning this. And I haven't seen other creators telling about this backstitch color. And maybe it won't be that strange if I stitch this black part with green color. It can be okay when I actually stitch. But I didn't want to test on my canvas. So there is still some people who are purchasing this one, I think. And I'm worried about if you are unhappy with this backstitch. If you still have questions, maybe it'll be better to send the email to Painting Fairy Cross Stitch. Maybe you can explain about the backstitch to them. I couldn't do anything since they say they followed the original, because I don't know what original pattern looks like. But except these kind of back stitches, this is still beautiful pattern and very fun to stitch. I'm going to keep working on this one, and I'll mention every time I stitch the back stitch. I'll tell you the colors I stitch it. So for today's stitching, I'm going to fill in this kind of part up to this row. So I'll stitch this part. I'm trying to stitch one row every time I stitch this one, and I didn't work last time, so until next time I'm going to fill in this part here. This is the same symbol. I don't like this white color backstitch I did. I was tired of backstitching when I stitched this part. It looks not pretty. But I don't want to fix it now. Maybe later. After I finish it, this one, and still don't like it and want to correct. So tomorrow is for Pokemon canvas. So I'm trying to work the Pokemon or Disney on every Tuesday, with or without video. I stitched one more character, and I'm going to stitch one more until in January. Maybe I can show you what I have done on the weekend video. And for this week's bead embroidery, I'm going to make more progress on the purple landscape canvas. I haven't stitched that one for a long time. I don't even remember when the last time was. Several months ago, I think. Okay, I'm going to stitch more on this part. Quietly. So let's stitch a little more together. Okay. For this light blue circle, this is 3046 light brown. I'm sorry for the shadow. Not here. So this week I'm going to make an diamond painting unboxing. I have a new diamond painting from Art. They released a new series. I couldn't work on any diamond painting this week. I really want to start the landscape diamond paintings I purchased from Art. I'm very surprised when I see other creators make really nice progress on their projects. I think I need to make better plan. Actually, I don't have any plan. So I'll stitch this part, same symbol with another thread. So I want to fill in this part in this time stitching with some nice music. Please stay with me if you have time. So I only have this part to stitch. I didn't turn on the music and I cut the stitching part because if no talking stitching part become a certain amount of time, YouTube doesn't make the subtitles for the video. But I hope everybody could understand what I was talking on this time video. I'm sorry for a little bit short video today. So when I make no talking video, it is better no talking from the beginning to the end. This is the last stitch. Okay, one more. Okay. So I did this amount today. Now it will be over 1,000. And as I told you, I'm going to fill in this part until next time and move to this part. This part house is really beautiful. It's this one. So I'm really expecting to see this part. Thank you for watching and stitching with me. I'll see you on the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.